Welcome back to Moo Techie, your trusted source for in-depth dairy science and technology education. Continuing from our previous lessons on mammary systems and milk production, we now move into class 12, where we will explore the various methods of milking dairy cows. Understanding these methods is crucial for ensuring milk quality, udder health, and overall farm efficiency. Let's dive into every detail of today's material. We begin with the title of today's class, Class 12, focusing on methods of milking in dairy cows. Now let's look at the objectives of proper milking. The methods used significantly influence both the quality and quantity of milk produced on a dairy farm. A proper milking technique ensures the complete removal of milk from the udder, helps avoid injuries to the teat and udder, and improves overall udder health. It is also important to minimize disturbances such as loud noises or unnecessary movement of personnel during milking to keep the cows calm and productive. Moving forward, we cover general guidelines for milking cows. Cows are typically milked from the left side. Teats can be milked diagonally or by grouping the forequarters together and then the hindquarters. It is essential to squeeze the milk out rather than drag it to prevent teat injuries. The first few strips of milk from each teat should be checked using a strip cup to detect early signs of mastitis. This practice also helps discharge any bacteria that may have entered and collected in the teat canal. Dry milking is preferred over wet milking because water can be a source of contamination, making it important to avoid wetting the udder during preparation. Next, we explore the different milking methods. There are two main categories: hand milking, which operates on positive pressure, and machine milking, which uses negative pressure. Hand milking includes the stripping method, the full hand method, and the knuckling method. Machine milking can be bucket type or parlor type, with parlor systems including single row, double row, and rotary configurations. Let's delve into the hand milking techniques, starting with the stripping method. This involves firmly gripping the teat at its base between the thumb and forefinger and pulling downward. The entire length of the teat is pressed simultaneously to eject milk in streams, and the process is repeated successively. This method is often used for small cows with narrow teats and is sometimes employed at the end of milking to draw out the last strips of milk, which have a higher fat content. A combination of initial full hand milking followed by stripping is considered an effective approach. Now we examine the full hand method, which is regarded as the best technique due to minimal risk of injury. In this method, the teat is circled with the index finger and thumb at the junction with the udder, while the rest of the fingers close around the teat and press against the palm. This method mimics the natural suckling of a calf and is ideal for cows with large teats and for buffaloes. It is faster than stripping because there is no need to change hand position frequently. However, even with efficient milking, only about 85% of the milk is removed, leaving 15% as residual milk in the udder. We now turn to the knuckling method, which involves pressing the thumb against the teats while they are held between the thumb and fingers. This technique is not recommended, as it can cause injury to the teat, and is considered the least advisable of all milking methods. Moving on to machine milking, this method is suitable for large herds and high-yielding cows. It offers a continuous milk flow and advantages such as reduced labor costs, shorter milking time, fewer teat injuries, and more hygienic milk production. The system consists of a milking unit, pulsator system, vacuum supply, and milk flow system. It is important to apply the milking machine gently within 30 to 60 seconds after udder washing. Remove it promptly once milk flow stops by breaking the vacuum first. Disinfect teat ends with antiseptic solution, and immediately wash milk utensils and teat cups with warm water. Several factors influence the efficiency of machine milking. Vacuum level, measured in inches of mercury or kilopascals, indicates the pressure differential during operation. Pulsation rate, typically between 40 to 60 cycles per minute, refers to the alternation between vacuum and atmospheric air. The milking or pulsation ratio, usually around 60:40, describes the time spent under vacuum versus atmospheric conditions. The advantages of machine milking include savings on labor expenses, reduced dependency on skilled workers, the ability to manage larger herds, speed that is 3 to 4 times faster than hand milking, increased milk yield, improved milk quality, and reduced stress through established milking routines. However, there are limitations to consider. Older cows accustomed to hand milking may not adjust well to machines. A standby power supply is essential to avoid disruptions. High initial investment and staff training are required. Neglecting strict cleaning procedures can lead to contamination and higher mastitis incidence. There is also a greater water requirement for cleaning equipment, and prompt service and spare parts availability are critical for maintenance. The following slides include diagrams showing recommended dimensions for milking parlors, such as 4.9 meters, 5.0 meters, 4.6 meters, 5.2 meters, 6.0 meters, and 4.9 meters for various sections, and 10 meters by 10 meters for others, emphasizing the importance of proper layout for efficient operations. We then focus on milking procedures and practices for quality milk production. Prerequisites for good milking include treating milking as an art that requires experience and skill. Milking should be performed gently, quietly, quickly, cleanly, and completely. Comfortable cows yield more milk, so rough handling and excitement must be avoided. Maintaining clean conditions in the milking barn promotes better udder health and longer-lasting milk quality. The entire process should be completed within 5 to 7 minutes, and incomplete milking can leave residual milk that acts as a breeding ground for mastitis organisms and reduces overall yield. Clean milk production or quality milk production involves practices related to the animal, the milking personnel, the milking process, and the environment. Key points include ensuring animals are free from infectious diseases, washing the udder and hind legs before milking, cleaning animals at least 15 minutes prior to milking, ensuring milkers are healthy and have clipped nails, using proper milking methods like the full hand method combined with stripping, using dry and clean utensils, performing pre-stripping, maintaining a clean and dry milking area, washing teats with mild antiseptic solution after milking, and preventing cows from lying down immediately after milking. The presentation concludes with references to online resources for further learning, including a website on cattle and buffalo production management, and a YouTube video, as well as a mention of digital agriculture advancements. Thank you for joining Class 12 on Moo Techie. We hope this detailed exploration of milking methods has provided valuable insights for your dairy practices. If you found this information helpful, please support our channel by liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell for more expert guidance. Keep learning and innovating with Moo Techie, where science meets dairy excellence.